Welcome to Apathetic Weekend Update. I'm your host, Guy, who finally came to his senses and realized his beard made his jawline look like it had struggled out of a barbed wire fence. Our top story tonight, this New Year's, Uber saw an all-time high in its surge pricing as fares reached a record 9.9 times the usual fees, making it a very responsible night for people whose resolutions were to get more exercise. Moving on, this week the World Taekwondo Federation announced it would be rebranding after a rapid rise in complaints over its acronym the past few years. In addition, they said they had narrowed down the new name to 3 potential choices: the Totally Impressive Taekwondo Society, the Sophisticated Honorable Institute of Taekwondo, and F all rabble-rousers, Taekwondo's the shit. Pretty catchy. 2016 feels like it's gonna be my year. Shit, I forgot to pay my phone bill. In New York, a woman was charged with a DUI after blowing 4 times the legal limit. But what police did not know was that an extremely rare condition had allowed her body to brew the beer. Bud Light was quick to issue a statement that Rachel would be back in the factory on Monday to continue sweating out their next batch. As we all know, one of the hardest parts of starting a new year is trying to keep those pesky New Year's resolutions. So here to offer advice is my current roommate, who's made a few himself, Andrew Erickson. Andrew?
Oh, hey. Sorry, one of my resolutions was to stop doing lines of coke.
Then what was that?
A parabola.
Okay.
You have rent yet?
No.
Ugh, why do I always have to be the responsible one?
Look, can we just concentrate on the segment for now?
Sure. What are we talking about?
How to keep New Year's resolutions.
Oh, I made a bunch of those.
Great. Care to share?
I would, but one was to share less.
Why would you ever?
Sorry, was one of yours to judge more?
Of course not.
Well, maybe my reasons are personal, like my suspiciously empty ice cream drawer.
You're right. I'm sorry, Okay, do you have any advice for people trying to keep their resolutions?
You're gonna have to give me an example.
How about trying to lose weight?
Pick up smoking.
Not sure I'd agree with that.
Is this a quiz? Because I was under the impression that you were asking my advice, or was one of your resolutions to conduct interviews worse?
You're right. My bad. How about someone trying to quit smoking then?
Easy. Binge eat.
You can't. It creates a circle of despair.
Where you never have to decide on your next New Year's resolution because it's already made for you. You're welcome.
Oh, I know what my next year's resolution is going to be.
It's all about balancing one addiction with another and having as many balls in the air as possible.
That doesn't sound right at all.
Let me ask you this. Who bought toilet paper last?
You did.
And who bought it the time before that?
You did.
And who reminded you to make your last credit card payment so your score wouldn't lower?
You did.
That's right. Get your shit together.
Andrew Erickson, everyone. It's all sleepy. In Holocaustier news, this week, despite a dispute, Anne Frank's diary became public domain and was released online for free. Surprisingly, the dispute wasn't over what Anne Frank would have wanted, which likely would have been what all 15-year-old girls want: to not have their personal diary accessible by everyone on the planet. Also to hang out with Justin Bieber. Moving on, presidential candidate / man with a brow Rich Stallone could hang off of for a prolonged squint, Donald Trump told voters that Bernie Sanders would take away golf if elected. Because apparently he was unaware the golf demographic is already pretty cool with multi-millionaire brand whores that shit on traditional marriage. This week in China, cloning giant Boyalife CEO calmed public outcry by reassuring them that they would not be making Frankensteins. In related news, it appears everyone has forgotten this is not Frankenstein. It's Frankenstein's monster. Don't think I didn't see what you did there, boya life. On Friday, presidential candidate / first person to make an exclamation point feel awkward by association, Jeb Bush, released his coveted secret guacamole recipe. Unfortunately, many Americans were unwilling to try it after having been a little let down by Jeb's father's guacamole, left with a bad taste in their mouth from Jeb's brother's haphazardly made guacamole, and just overall preferring onion dip. Quick life hack: can't afford a pricey night out with friends? Just unbottle all those thoughts you've been repressing until you no longer want to see people. This week it was discovered that Al-Qaeda has started using Donald Trump in their recruiting videos. The footage used? Just a regular episode of Celebrity Apprentice. Not a single jihadist made it to commercial break. This week in the UK, a purported suicide bomber was thwarted after asking Twitter followers to suggest targets. The suspect was apprehended before he could commit to the Twitter-suggested target, likely because he wasn't sure if one suicide bombing would be enough to take out Yo Mama. Oh. That was a super long walk to an inappropriate place. Much like going from the ass to putting on Yo Mama. Should not have doubled down on that one. And that's it for your Apathetic Weekend update. If you enjoyed the video or are not very good at blocking the force, you will like, share, comment below, and subscribe. And yeah. I've been your host, guy who's totally for real gonna start those New Year's resolutions today. Good night. Feel like I haven't had any Latinos on Apathetic Weekend Update. Hope that doesn't turn into a problem. Yes,